Hey everybody, it's Emily Seagren. I am here today to talk about some recruiting tips. What I will tell you is that I was focused on building the sales side of my business for about the first 6 years, I would say. Leadership never really appealed to me. I didn't like the idea of trying to talk someone into something. Back then, I was much more nervous and even scared to just like have a conversation one-on-one with people. I've come a really long way since then. But what I finally figured out is I was always like, well, why am I gonna recruit my own competition? And then I came to the realization that they were going to sign up whether it was with me or for someone else. So I might as well be the one to sign them up and help them and get credit for it. And then if you look nationwide, you can recruit people online and they aren't your competition at all. So let's talk about some of my recruiting tips and maybe you will find them helpful. I finally came over to the other side, the leadership side. I was tired of feeling left out, like, why is Avon always focused on leadership? How come the top sellers? I know it's pretty dumb. So instead of saying poor me, step on over and see what it's about. You may just have to find your way of doing it. I think we can all find a way that we like and that we're comfortable with. And that's what really brings you success. So let me bring you to this slide here. Okay. And so here are 10 of my quick tips for recruiting. Number one, you're going to say, well, Emily, I can't, how do you know if you're going to be in the right place at the right time? Well, the idea behind that is to always have materials with you. So your business card is a very affordable marketing material to have with you. You should be like handing those out left and right. Maybe you want to keep a little sample pack so that if someone comes up to you and says they're interested in trying being an Avon representative, maybe you have a brochure and a sample and a piece of chocolate and information about becoming a rep. So always have business supplies on hand and try to carry something that says you're with Avon, whether that's a button or you have a bag that shows the brochure on the outside. You want to get people to ask you about being your customer or signing up on your team. Know how the process works. So for me, a lot of that confidence just came in learning how things work. Knowledge is power, and if you can walk someone through the process of how it works, you're going to feel more comfortable, and so are they. So when you're first starting out in leadership or recruiting, don't worry if you have to say, oh, well, that is a really good question. Let me write it down and find out for you. So calling the leadership desk and asking the questions that people are asking you. That's where you're going to learn the most, and it's going to help you become familiar with the process. So go to startavon.com, go to sellavon.com, and read all the information on there so that you can provide accurate information to anyone who asks you about the opportunity. Be familiar with the benefits and the frequently asked questions. So I have found a lot of success in writing blogs. People like to know about the money end of it, right? So they want to know how much they're going to make, how much it costs to sign up, and how it works. How do they get paid? Google the questions yourself and see what else comes up, and start becoming informed on these different types of questions that your leads are going to ask you. And then commitment. So how much time does it take? What kind of training does Avon offer, and what do you offer as a leader? Because I have so much training material out there, I can use that to set me apart from other leaders. So learn what Avon has first, and then slowly you can start building your own material as well. And then the workload. So people like to know what it's going to be like. Maybe you want to take them through one of your days, or maybe they can come and shadow you and watch what you do in your Avon business. I always like to give detailed information. You know, here are the facts. I don't like to talk people into anything, because then they can hold me accountable if they made a mistake. So give them all the facts and let them decide for themselves. Honesty is always the best policy in my book. Always be prepared. So like we talked about in the beginning, having business cards on you. Maybe you want to carry around a couple flyers of our latest incentive. Right now we've got Build Like a Boss. Oh man, that really messed up my green screen. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. Anyways, maybe you want to hold on to your incentive flyers. Those are great ways to get people interested in becoming a rep. Like, oh my God, I just I earned a new iPad. Avon has this amazing incentive where you can earn all kinds of prizes, and they come in a scratch off ticket. And then you can take that a step further and you can do it live on Facebook, or you can share a photo, and people will start asking you about the Avon opportunity. Collect follow-up information. Never leave the ball in their court. Say you'll follow up in a few days. You'll follow up in a week. I do like to start off a phone call with, is now a good time to talk? People are busy. If I've caught them in the middle of making dinner or running out the door, I'm probably the last person they want to hear from right then. So I ask that question, is now a good time? If they say no, I say, okay, well, when would be a good time to follow back up with you? So people that you meet out and about, get that follow-up information. Or if you contact them and they're not ready to talk yet, I would recommend, if you have leads coming in, I would recommend following up as soon as possible, because the sooner you follow up, the more likely they are to sign up. So as soon as you can, do a phone call. Also send an email and reference that if you're leaving a message. I'm also going to send this information to you in an email, and then text. So those are my 3 ways of following up: calls, texts, and emails. I would do that right away. Then I'd push it out maybe 2 days. Then I'd push it out a week. And then if I'm still not hearing from them, I'd probably push it out another month. So just because they say, no, I'm not interested right now, doesn't mean they won't ever be. So keep their information so that you can continue to follow up. and then take the next step by the reins. So like I told you, don't leave the ball in their court. Oh, call me when you're ready to become a rep. No, you call them and say, are you ready to start your Avon business yet? With enthusiasm and excitement. And that will get them to want to join you. Get ready for busy seasons. So right now people are getting tax return money back. So I know that in the beginning of the month, when people live on, when they live on Social Security or they have other types of payments coming in at the first of the month, people tend to spend more money then. So that's a great time to follow up with your leads. Tax return is, there's always a peak in my sales and my recruiting during those months. So think about how you can take advantage of that. In our webinar this week, Trisha Thomas shared how she's making up little Easter eggs to give to customers. And there's just all kinds of creative things you can do at the holidays and during peak times to really get the most bang for your buck and get results. So invest more heavily during peak seasons. Use multiple lead sources. So where do I get leads right now? I get them from my blogs. I get them from social media. I get people that reach out to me because they've seen my training. People that have found me on Facebook. So there's all different ways that you can bring in leads. I like to have newsletter subscriptions on all my blogs so that I'm getting people to subscribe every single day. And you can also do that if you're at an event or a fair. Collect people's contact information and begin marketing to them after that event is over. Recruit online and in person. We all have different comfort levels with what we do, and we all have different success rates. So I want you to find the way that you're good at it. And when you enjoy it, you have passion for it, and people can sense that in you, and they want to be a part of that. So here I have on makeupmarketers.com, I have an article called How to Convert Avon Leads Like a Boss. I have a video on there about it, a handout you can print and take notes. I have a sample phone script, overcoming objections, email, phone, and text script, recruiting tools, and marketing picks. I try to bring a package to you so you guys can learn the best you can and have tools to go along with it. I know Cheryl Papayan also has a really good article on how to convert Alma leads. So her website is Cheryl's Glitz and Glam. I think, let me type it out. Let's see if I spelled it right. Okay, there we go. So you can just even Google Cheryl's Glitz and Glam and find it that way. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope that you go out and sign up lots of new team members. Building the team side of the business really has been the most enjoyable and most profitable for me. So if you want to have an enjoyable and profitable Avon business, then start signing people up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Sorry about there it goes. I only had to lift my hand that whole time. All right, sorry about the wonky background, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.